the Magikarp of Comic-Karp. The Comic-Karp. Hey, what's up everybody? AJ and Katie here with AJ and KT Gaming, and today we attended San Diego Comic-Con 2017, and it is Thursday, so it's still early in the week, but it's our first ever day at San Diego Comic-Con, so woohoo! First of all, we're bringing this video to you all just kind of as a recap of our first day. A lot of what we did was video game themed, so we feel like it fits into our video game focused channel. So we went to 4 panels. We started off just by seeing panels, which honestly, the thing we wanted to see most was the world premiere of Call of Duty World War II Zombies.
Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies. Call of Duty World War II Nazi zombies. Well,
I guess the only thing that the difference in what I expected from the trailer and like what it ended up being, which we might get you maybe we're like gonna get into it later, but I guess the zombies in previous games have been more like, it was more fun, I guess. It's just like the vibe that I got, and in this trailer it was so like, it was like cinematic and immersive feeling. I don't know, so
yeah, at one point you leaned over and you were like, I wish this were just its own game.
It had horror elements that to me seemed like it could be a standalone survival horror type game.
Yep. And I mean, it's no surprise that it feels that way with Michael Condrey being on the development team, who worked in large part on Dead Space. And that Dead Space is one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. Probably a lot of people's favorite survival horror game, or one of their favorite survival horror games of all time. And yeah, so he had a big hand in creating that game. And so the Nazi zombies here in Call of Duty World War II looks pretty awesome. Another thing that was awesome, blew us away at the panel, was one of the voice actors, Udo Kier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He's a German actor. He plays the Nazi doctor who creates the zombies in this chapter of the Call of Duty Zombies saga. And he was awesome. He kind of stole the show at the panel. He kept doing his voice from the game, and he seemed like a very fun personality.
Mm-hmm. Very into what he's doing, so it makes it more personable even than it already is, doing a panel and then a Q&A. So
yeah. So the second panel that we went to was a Marvel video game focused panel, and they talked about like, I think 7 different Marvel games that are upcoming. We're not as big into like VR, we're not as big into like mobile games, but they did talk about the new Lego Marvel game, and they talked about the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game that's coming out. Mm-hmm. Or well, they've released a couple. It's currently being released.
Yeah. They
talked about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and we're not as big into fighting games. We've never played any of those in the series. There are exceptions. There are some fighting games we really like Pokken Tournament and Super Smash Brothers, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they showed, I don't know if he's been in past games or not, but they showed Frank West is going to be in this game. So to me, that was pretty exciting, from Dead Rising. Mm. And his animations and little catchphrases sounded pretty funny that they included in the game. And then Spider-Man. They talked about Spider-Man, the new big one, the PlayStation 4 exclusive from Insomniac Games, and that one, so cool. They talked about that.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Didn't show any new gameplay or anything.
Yeah, no clips.
Yeah, talked about it.
Yeah, they showed some concept art, some Mr. Negative and Spider-Man fighting on like a subway car that's crashing. Okay, so the other 2 panels we went to, they weren't really video game related. Just going to quickly mention them. We got to do a panel and Q&A with Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead, and R.L. Stine, who writes the Goosebumps books. When I was a kid, I read those religiously, and they, yeah, that was really fun. It was really fun going and seeing R.L. Stine.
It was his first year here.
Yeah, his first year at Comic-Con. So after our 4 panels, we went down to the exhibit hall. When we first got there, just the vastness of it, we wanted to just take it all in. So we decided we're going to walk from one end of the exhibit hall to the other.
Yeah.
And try not to be distracted by the beautiful celebrities around us. And we just wanted to just try to beeline, and it took us 12 minutes. 12 minutes to walk across the entire exhibit hall. Obviously, you know, there were other people around us. We couldn't, you know...
We weren't running.
Yeah, we weren't running, but we were walking. We weren't, like, stopped.
No, there wasn't really, like, much stopped traffic.
Yeah,
so.
Maybe, like, a couple times for just, like, a few seconds. And, I mean, it took us 12 minutes, and there was just so much to see, so much to take in, and, I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to cover it all. Even in the whole weekend, everything that I took note of as we passed it, like, oh, I want to check that out, I want to check that out. There was just so much, and I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because you were like, you had the camera, and I kept being like, oh my god, like, what's this? And like, you're like, come on, we gotta keep going.
Yeah.
But obviously then we, you know, went back, well,
yeah,
for some of it.
Some
we
of it.
haven't gotten to see, you know, all of it yet. But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. So, among some of those things, once we made our beeline, we did go back, we took a look at some other things. Some things of note that were awesome. There was a Lego setup with Star Wars figures built. There was a Luke Skywalker that was really cool, among other things.
Yeah.
I think there was a Thor too. There was a Goku statue that was awesome that we took a look at. Gotta love Dragon Ball Z. There was a Gremlins setup, which I'm a big Gremlins fan. From
so detailed, it was crazy.
So detailed. They had, okay, from Gremlins 2, they had Gizmo when he's getting copies made of himself, when he's trapped in the copy machine, and there's like the gremlin making copies of him. And I just loved it. It was such a cool setup. There were also these plushies that were like, well, obviously just all kinds of plushies, but they had Pikachu in like Evolution sleeping bags. It was adorable. One of the most adorable things. Super cute. One of the most adorable things I've ever seen. They also had an area for The Walking Dead where they had people dressed as walkers, and as convincing as some of these people were, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they're actual actors on The Walking Dead that play walkers. And it was just really cool. They had a fence set up, and people could pose with them, and you know, I'm just going to say it, the zombies on the other side were trying to get him. So that was really fun. They had another cool setup that was like Sauron from Lord of the Rings, like his like armor. That was really cool looking.
Yeah, that was in like the What a Workshop. They had a bunch of cool stuff set up,
which was really up your alley.
Yeah,
you were nerding out.
Yeah, I was nerding out.
There was the area for Dark Horse Comics. They had we didn't actually really explore the area, but it had Zelda Breath of the Wild like kind of plastered on the front. Then there was the area that we were most interested in, the video game area. And this area, there was like, first of all, there was a box set up near the video games, kind of amongst the video games, and if you all checked out that video that we posted, or maybe we're going to post, we're going to post it either right before or right after this video, it was my opening of the Alien Covenant box. And that was really cool having that there. They had like an Iron Man and a Spider-Man over there, and then right next door they had Mega Man. They had a lot of different setups for video game companies, or a lot of different video game companies had setups, I should say. One of them, it was actually at Xboxes. They had Shadow of War set up. What was really cool is that Shadow of War had a gameplay demo, and that was something that was not at E3.
Yeah. So
that's pretty sweet.
For the public, anyway. For
the public, and that's something that we're gonna probably demo Shadow of War over the next few days. So there was also a Nintendo setup. They have Super Mario Odyssey, and why not show that game off some more? Get people even more hyped than we already are for it.
And that's just basically what we got from just walking through. Like, we haven't really even been able to really get our hands on anything yet. This is just kind of like our observing and reporting what
observe and report
what we experienced.
Pikachu's on an escalator. Pikachu's on an escalator. That was one of the best things of the day. Just watching Pikachu's ride up the escalator. That was amazing.
Pretty iconic.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to show the Comic-Con swag from 2017. And so everyone gets one of these like packets of swag, basically. You got to go pick it up at Sales Pavilion, but you scan your RFID card and you get this. So it comes in a giant bag, wrapped up in a giant bag. And the one that we got, we actually both got the same one, so here's the contents, but if you want to hold it up, yeah. We got the Big Bang Theory, so there's several different ones, and then
just kind of add for WonderCon.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
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 Just kind of like cool logo for them.
Yeah, cool logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. That is, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And then, so came with a Walking Dead lanyard, which isn't anything special, but it's still pretty sweet. Just kind of advertising the new season. And then something that everyone seems to be talking about on social media are the pins, the DC pins. So we each got one, so you don't get 2 pins, but we included both of ours in this little swag pack to show you all what we got. We got Arrow and Superman. There we go. There it is. So now we got a glare though, but there's Superman. You can tell he looks good right now, and there's Arrow. Then you just get, you get the souvenir book. Pretty cool. And it's a pretty fat book.
Yeah.
And then you get, hefty. You get an events guide, and you get a quick guide. So these aren't, anything too special, but it's cool. I mean, it's stuff from Comic-Con, and I mean, the quick guide you can just pick up. I mean, we saw them lying around everywhere. But yeah, so pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other freebies to be had, plenty of things to buy. So I want to show you all really quick. We bought a few things today. If you watched our Alien Covenant unboxing video that we posted, that was one thing that we bought. It might not be up yet, but if it's up, or if not, it's coming. So we bought that, but we also bought a giant Boo plushie. So he's going to be appearing in future AJ and KT Gaming videos. It's just unfortunate because, we showed you the alien stuff, got a face hugger, and unfortunately, the face hugger got Boo. And so, this has kind of been going on here for about 30 minutes now. We know the face hugger is going to fall off soon. It's pretty much, the routine thing, but I'm going to show you the Boo as best I can. So, he's a big Boo plushie. And but what I'm thinking is he's not going to die. I don't think there's really anywhere for the egg to go because he's a ghost. And he's not going to die even if the egg does get stuck in there. So, yeah.
We'll see.
Boo will still be in future videos. So, yeah. Once the facehugger comes off. So, there's just one more order of business, and that is to introduce the Comic-Karp of Comic-Con, or as we call him, Comic-Karp. And he was here today because he represents all that is Comic-Con here in San Diego. Hope you enjoyed our video. Just wanted to kind of do what we did with E3, show you all what we're up to, and also what you can do at Comic-Con. This is obviously, it's not going to be the same every day. It's not going to be the same every year, but just a little,
taste.
A little taste. Okay.
From a newcomer's perspective.
Yep.
Sorry if we're very tired and a little, I don't know, we're a little rough, but yeah, hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, hope it was a good video nonetheless. We are Katie and AJ with AJ and KT Gaming, and thank you so much for watching. We will see you all later. What does Comic-Karp see?
What does Comic-Karp know?